What if some of the greatest movies ever made were the ones most people rarely talk about today? While mainstream audiences often remember only a handful of classics from the late 1960s, cinephiles know that this remarkable era produced some of the most innovative, artistic, and influential films in cinema history. From mind-bending science fiction and gothic horror masterpieces to stylish crime thrillers and visually stunning international classics, these movies pushed filmmaking into entirely new territory. Many inspired generations of directors, while others became cult favorites that continue to gain appreciation decades after their release. Today on Global Movies, we're exploring 10 extraordinary films that showcase the creativity, ambition, and imagination of one of cinema's most fascinating periods. Whether you're a longtime movie lover or simply searching for your next unforgettable watch, this countdown is packed with hidden gems and timeless masterpieces. Let's dive into the movies that helped redefine what cinema could truly be. Branded to Kill, 1967. Released in 1967, Branded to Kill is one of the most unusual and visually daring crime films ever produced. Directed by Seijun Suzuki, the movie follows a professional hitman whose reputation as one of the best assassins in the business begins to unravel after a disastrous assignment. What starts as a stylish gangster story quickly transforms into a surreal journey filled with bizarre imagery, psychological tension, and unpredictable twists. Unlike traditional crime thrillers, the film constantly challenges audience expectations through experimental editing, dreamlike sequences, and unconventional storytelling techniques. Every frame feels unique, creating an atmosphere unlike anything Hollywood was producing at the time. Although the movie initially struggled to find mainstream acceptance, it eventually became a cult classic and earned widespread critical acclaim. Today, many filmmakers cite it as a major influence, and its bold visual style continues to fascinate viewers who appreciate cinema that dares to break all the rules. Playtime, 1967. Released in 1967, Playtime is one of the most ambitious and visually inventive comedies ever created. Directed by and starring Jacques Tati, the film presents a humorous yet insightful look at modern urban life and humanity's relationship with technology. Instead of relying on conventional jokes or dialogue-driven comedy, the movie uses visual storytelling, clever background details, and perfectly choreographed chaos to create laughter. Set within a futuristic version of Paris, the story follows several characters navigating a world filled with glass buildings, confusing architecture, and increasingly absurd situations. What makes the film extraordinary is the incredible attention to detail packed into every frame. Viewers often discover new jokes and visual surprises with each viewing. Although it was an enormous production undertaking, Playtime eventually became recognized as a masterpiece of cinematic craftsmanship. Today, it remains one of the most celebrated comedies ever produced and a landmark achievement in visual storytelling. Tony Rome, 1967. Released in 1967, Tony Rome introduced audiences to one of the coolest private detectives of the decade. Starring Frank Sinatra in the title role, the film follows a former police officer turned private investigator who becomes involved in a complex case surrounding a wealthy socialite, missing valuables, and a growing list of suspicious characters. What begins as a seemingly straightforward investigation gradually develops into a web of secrets, deception, and danger. Sinatra brings effortless charisma to the role, creating a detective who is both sharp-witted and endlessly likable. The film combines mystery, action, and humor while showcasing the stylish atmosphere of 1960s Miami. Beautiful locations, memorable supporting performances, and an engaging storyline help maintain suspense from beginning to end. Over the years, Tony Rome has earned recognition as one of the standout detective films of its era, offering classic crime movie entertainment with a distinctly sophisticated and entertaining edge. Marketa Lazarova, 1967. Often described as one of the greatest achievements in European cinema, Marketa Lazarova is a breathtaking historical epic released in 1967. Directed by František Vlasel, the film transports viewers to medieval Europe, where rival clans struggle for power, survival, and identity in a harsh and unforgiving world. Rather than focusing on traditional storytelling, The movie creates an immersive experience through stunning black-and-white cinematography and deeply atmospheric visuals. Every scene feels like a living painting, capturing both the beauty and brutality of the era. The film explores themes of faith, violence, family loyalty, and human nature with remarkable depth and artistic ambition. Its unconventional narrative style may challenge some viewers, but those willing to embrace its vision often consider it unforgettable. Over the years, Markéta Lazarova has earned legendary status among critics and film historians, frequently appearing on lists of the greatest international films ever made. The Happening, 1967. Released in 1967, The Happening is a light-hearted crime comedy that delivers an entertaining mix of humor, satire, and unexpected adventure. Set during a decade defined by youth culture and social change, the film follows a group of young men who accidentally find themselves involved in a kidnapping scheme that spirals far beyond their expectations. What makes the movie particularly interesting is the way it captures the spirit of the 1960s, portraying a generation eager to challenge authority while searching for excitement and independence. The film balances comedy with crime thriller elements, creating a fun and unpredictable viewing experience. Its colorful characters and playful storytelling reflect the changing attitudes of the era, making it feel like both a comedy and a cultural time capsule. While it never became a major blockbuster, The Happening developed a loyal following among fans of vintage cinema who appreciate its charm, wit, and uniquely 1960s perspective on rebellion, ambition, and youthful mischief. From groundbreaking science fiction and unforgettable psychological thrillers to gothic horror classics and visionary international masterpieces, these films prove that the late 1960s were among the most creative years in movie history. Which of these incredible classics have you watched, and which hidden gem surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments, and subscribe to Global Movies for more timeless cinematic discoveries.